Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is the Terminator, build of the T800, issue number 67. So, let's dive straight in and see what we're going to be doing. We're going to be adding another part to the lower right leg. Right, so we have, in this issue, some parts. Plastic, 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 and some screws, which are hopefully metal. Right, so we have 67.1, which are 3 ball joints. There, so you can see the bottom of the page. We have 2 and 3, which that way round. Ankle joint upper and lower, and some screws. So yeah, upper and lower are obviously going to go together, much like that. But we'll not jump ahead. We'll do it as according to this. It says you'll also need a sharp craft knife and a cutting mat, a fine crosshead screwdriver, and a fine file. Probably won't be using most of those things. Right, remove the ball joints from the frame, as it says in step 1. I've got the little icon down there, so you don't need to see the page. I'll move that off of shot. So we have these. Now it says to use a knife, but if you're a model maker, you've probably got cutters, and they'll make a better, neater job of it, and just be easier to handle. So they're all the same. So I'm just going to cut off the sides of those. There, and there. We don't need the extra sprue. We'll throw that away. Right, then it says a fine file. Now I'm going to use a sanding stick, which is just a neater way of doing it, really. Just to remove a little bit where those nubs were attached. You can't remove too much, because otherwise you're going to be taking off the plating and it's going to look a bit rubbish. But we'll just get rid of the sharp bits. There we go. Right, that's that. So step 2, take the upper ankle joint. That's the one that's got the upper bit. I shouldn't have put them together, they're not coming apart now. There we go. Right, the upper part, like that. Identify the 3 shaped holes where the ball joints will fit. 1, 2, and indeed 3. And we're going to need screws for that as well, the black screws. Let's open the packet of screws and get them all out, and then we'll be able to see what we're dealing with. So we've got 3 of those and 4 of those. We're going to be using 3 of those and probably 2 of those, because they always give you 1 extra spare. So this is going to go, it says, it's got pictures of you in step 3, obviously using a pair of tweezers, but you really don't need to. So that's going to go in there. The others are going to go in there as well, and we're going to fit them with a screw from either side. Now, instead of putting them all in at once and trying to juggle them, I'm just going to do them one at a time. So sort of nipping between steps 3 and steps 4. These are all separate, so you can just do them up one at a time. You don't need to worry about, doing them up a little bit and then getting the others in place, because they're all going in their own little areas. Just sort of finger tight. That one obviously has the notch going the other way, for whatever reason. I'm sure there's a reason, and I'm sure they won't tell us the reason. We get that one up there. And then, once that's tightened down in place, the third one and the final one. Not the final part of the build, but the final part of these ball joints. So that goes into the third hole, just like that. Then we just have step 5, showing the view from the inner side with the 3 screws in place. So yes, indeed, it looks just like that. Right, next up, we fit this part to that with 2 screws, basically. So that sits on there. 2 screws should be aligned. Oh, right, yes, 2 screws. They go. Oh, there somewhere. There you go. Just like that, with the 2 screw holes there. Which, if I turn to my next page of instructions, yes, indeed, 2 screws, 1 in each hole. That one in there. Now these obviously are going into the same piece, so it's always a good idea to put one in a little bit loose. Make sure the other one lines up, although on this piece it's obviously sunk into a hole, so it's pretty much got to line up. Not really much chance of it doing anything else. Get that in there. Then the second one can be tightened down fully, not forgetting to go back and tighten down the first one again. So there we go, that's that. That's assembled, and that is, as it says, stage complete. The first parts of the ankle joint have been assembled. So there we have the first part of the ankle joint. I'm assuming it's that way. I don't know which way up it is. But yes, that's what it looks like in the picture. So that's what we end up with here. That's the build. Let's have a look through the rest of the magazine. We have some Jet Li action. The One, I have seen that. It's been a while, but I do remember watching it vaguely. Yep. There we go. Then we're talking about Cosmic Graveyard and Big Explosions. So yeah, something I'll not read. And then, indeed, as ever, the next issue will be back in next week. We have fit the ankle joint to the right leg, and we've got some tubes. So yes, I shall be doing that momentarily. But for you, it will be another day. Unless you're already watching them because they've been up for a little while, in which case you can watch it whenever you like. But if you're watching this just after it's gone live, issue 67 is completed. Issue 68 will be following in a day or two. So thanks for watching. I shall see you soon for more of the same. And yeah, stay safe. Bye bye.